I just submitted my healthcare app to YC. And I've been building this thing every night, just right here at home in my backyard. Let me tell you how I'm actually doing without burnout. So there's a lot that goes into this. Building an app from scratch is not for the faint, let me tell you that. But it's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I feel like we need in this world. And it's a lot of things that are going on that people don't think of on a daily basis. And one of the main things that I want to cover today is just 3 points of what I'm doing, what problem I'm solving, and why I'm building this app. And point out some of the systems behind how I'm building this. So, and why it matters. So I just wanted to lay this out here, document the process, and this is the start of it. I already submitted it to YC. I wish I would have documented some of that, but I'll show you guys, the journey as well too. I recorded. You have to do like a profile submission, founder's profile submission, and then basically just record, and then also a demo. So I recorded both of those on the same day because I wanted to beat the deadline. I didn't think that the deadline was coming that fast. Honestly, I just barely found out what YC was. And then I was just like, oh, okay, this is something cool, and I'm going to try and apply to it. But yeah, I'll show you guys the journey and then kind of talk about it. Let me turn this down a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully you guys can see me just fine. Let me bring you guys a little bit closer. Okay, hope that's good. But let's get into the why. So the reason why I'm building this app is the healthcare system, and then all healthcare apps, I feel like, are fragmented. Portals are all like, in order to get access to understand like what you're eligible for as far as your insurance goes, the portals are all like clunky, and I feel like I can do a way better job. And I've been in this system, my whole career, and I've been waiting, for someone to come up with the idea and just get it fixed. And so no one's ever done it, and I don't know why, because it doesn't seem that hard. But when I did first start, it's hard for me because I don't know jack about building apps. Like for myself, I lead engineers and we build applications, but back end, this is like the first like UI front facing application that I'm currently building right now. And yeah, I think patients just don't own their data at this point, and people don't own their data. And I feel like people need to. Apple Health does a great job, but it doesn't cover the end-to-end process. It doesn't cover the holistic, representation of like your health. It'll capture like just your day-to-day, and then your steps, your heart rate, and all of that, which is great. But it doesn't really translate and go back to your doctor, where it's easily seen. And then there's no way to track your benefits. And don't get me wrong, there's apps out there that do this same exact thing, but they're very focused on the insurance companies, like that they're enterprise wide, which I get it, that's where the money's at. But I want to build something for the people. I want to build something for myself to use, because I use my Apple Watch a lot, and then I also want to reduce all the heartache that people go through for, when they go to the doctors. Like, why is it so difficult, especially when you're sick? Like, why is it so difficult to go see the doctor and come back, and then you have like all of these bills, and then you don't understand it. Like, those are very simple problems to solve, but the healthcare industry just likes to make it a lot more difficult. And I can say that, I've been in it, and I'm inside the system, and I've been working inside the system, and that I see a lot of holes. So I'm trying to fill that way. So that's the why. I'm trying to build just one application that will solve all those problems, all the way to the payment processing system. So that's what this app is going to do. And yeah, I'm driven to it. It's a mission now. Too late. I already submitted to YC. So now if you guys know, or if you are investors out there, let me know. Slide in the DMs. Let me know, because I need some help. I need some funding, and then I need to get this app up and running. But yeah, if not, it's okay. I'll figure something out. So the system behind all of this is going to be AI driven, and the MVP in general is going to be AI driven. I'm still looking for a complete CTO. If not, then I'm willing to pick it up and learn myself, but I'd prefer having an engineer by my side, so that way I can build this thing out. It can be an AI engineer. It can be someone who's within the software development for applications environment. So it's an outreach. If you guys are interested in an amazing journey, that will solve a lot of problems, just let me know, and then reach out to me, and I'll comment back, and then we'll get to sync up, and talk. So some of the things, I'm not going to go too into exactly the tools that I'm using, because that's IP, but I am using AI to expedite things and bring things to the market, and speed to market is my idea right now, and what I'm executing towards, because I want to be able to get this out to beta users, and then make sure that I can test it out pretty fine, and then see if there's actually demand. So that's some of the system behind it. It's going to be all driven off of AI, using of course using Figma as my prototype, and then design tools. So if you guys are interested out there, it doesn't take much to get an MVP out these days. You can use AI, and then you just use Figma to get a prototype out and see if this thing's actually like useful, and then kick off a website, start a website. So my website will be in the link below. So if you guys want to test it out, check it out, sign up as a beta user. You're free to. But I want quality users, and I want folks in this, so that way they can actually use this to give me some solid feedback. So if you guys are out there and you're subscribed and you want to solve a problem with me, go ahead and sign up for the beta user. So you don't need to be insanely talented, to do something like this, to build up an app from scratch. But I think what you have to do is have a problem to solve, and then also, check out the market and see if that's really a problem. This ChatGPT, this Perplexity, you can ask ChatGPT in a prompt to see if this is actually a problem, and then what is there available out there, what types of solutions are out there, to see if like your problem is a real problem. And it can be fluffy, but you have to prompt it to be real, and then provide you some real facts, because I think it can get fluffy sometimes and give you like so much high hopes. But at the end of the day, for what I'm doing, it is a real problem. We're going to be looking into like a lot of, let's say like there's 200 million, I think there's like upwards to 300 million folks inside the US at least that have insurance. And then 70% of them are, 70 to 80% is what I saw from the articles, are saying that they have issues with portals, insurance portals, and trying to understand like what types of benefits they have, and then how their whole health is going. So that tells me that I can capture upwards to 80% of the $200 million market. Now, that's only people with insurance. There's also opportunity to capture payment processing, and then there's also opportunity to capture the day-to-day. Because at the end of the day, this app that I'm building, I want people to use it daily. I want people to be religious with it. I don't want to get into religion, but I want them to be disciplined with it. Something that like can get you addicted, because it's a really good thing for you to understand your whole health, and it's a good thing to be addicted to this type of thing, right? Because then you can see how your heart rate's doing. You can have preventative care, understand your steps, understand like how your sleep is, your readiness score, and tie all of that with your insurance, how you're doing financially. Just one-stop shop, have everything all in one place. So that is what I'm building, and that's what I submitted to YC. There's some figures in there, what type of market this will be, and I wouldn't have submitted it to YC if I didn't believe holistically that this is going to be a app that is life-changing to everyone. And yeah, I've just been waiting for too long to have someone start this up, so I'm kind of frustrated. So I finally decided to pull the trigger and start this journey. I'm by myself right now, and I am looking to build a team out of this. I just need to take a step by step, right? But yeah, right now it's just a project on the side, and I'm doing it right after work, building up some momentum, so that way I can turn this thing into a larger use case and really understand, like, from a user perspective, like how their experience is, and if this idea is really something that is valuable to them. So yeah, please let me know. This could be you. Be one of the first to do beta testing with me. I plan to have this released January, the beginning of the year. And then a little bit after, I'll do some private links to do beta testers. So if you can, go into the link below, or I'll see if I can do like a product key or something, and drop. Actually, I won't drop it. Just drop a comment below, and I will DM you on the side. Let me know that you want the link. I'm debating on it. I'll see how I can structure this so that way I don't get completely spammed out by a bunch of bots, because that's what YouTube does, right? But in any case, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. I don't even know if the heat is like hitting the camera, if this is gonna be okay, but it's getting pretty cold out here, guys. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Let the adventures